together. My name is Mrs. Whitney Barker, and this is my third year at Quincy Junior High. Welcome to Curriculum Night. Just a little bit about myself. I'm originally from Jacksonville, Illinois. Now I live right outside of Payson, Illinois with my family. I have two older stepsons, 13 and 16, and I also have two little guys, a 2-year-old almost, and a 3-year-old who just started pre-K this year. So it's definitely a little chaotic, crazy at my house, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I graduated from WIU in Macomb with 2 bachelors. My first one was in ag science, and I was lucky enough to study abroad in Brazil for several months. And that was a really cool experience that I like to talk to the kids about. And then I went back and I also graduated with a bachelor's in elementary education. So I have been teaching 9 years now. And like I just said earlier, this is my third year at Quincy Junior High. So some fun facts about me. I am a sucker for animals. Pretty much any animal you could think of, I probably have at one point tried to own. I have horses, cows, pigs, dogs, cats. When I was little, I drug home raccoons, much to my parents' dismay. So I'm always collecting and rescuing and finding animals. So I love lately that the kids have been bringing their pets to the morning attendance. It makes me smile and it makes my job that much more fun. So I've seen some really cute ones out there. The next thing is I love junior high. I took a brief hiatus from junior high and went and taught 5th grade over in Hannibal for a year. And although they are darling littles, I really belong in the junior high age group. They're a lot of fun. It's where I feel home, and I absolutely love it here at Quincy Junior High. Okay, so some tools that you will need to be successful in remote learning. The very first thing you need is Microsoft Teams, and we tell all of our students that they need to actually go to the qps.org webpage, and they will log in through their Clever account, and everything they need is under that Clever account. They will find this Microsoft Teams icon with the white T at the top there. That is how they are going to get in touch with me, how they're going to sign in to morning meetings, how they will get important announcements. It is vital that they have that because that is how we count them for attendance. So that is, first off, the fastest way to get in touch with me, and I will talk about that a little bit later. There's a chat message on there that we use, and that is the fastest way to get in touch with me if they need things reset or retakes. It is also how we sign in and do our morning meetings. So whether or not your child is in My Advisory 1 or My Advisory 2, they might sign on at 7:45 in the morning, or they might sign on at 8:05 in the morning. And we talk, we do announcements. That's how we do attendance. We do the pledge. So all of that is done through Microsoft Teams. Anytime I have important announcements, I also post those on the main channel page of Microsoft Teams. So make sure you're looking for those words of encouragement, anything like that, links, map, passwords. Those are all going to be posted on the main channel page in Microsoft Teams. The second thing they need to be successful in remote learning is the program Edgenuity, and that is what all of the courses are going to be on. All of their classes are going to be through Edgenuity, and they also log in with that little colorful app icon down there. They log in through Clever and they click on Edgenuity that way also. They should have 4 subjects on there. They should have math, ELA, which is like reading and communication arts, social studies, which is geography this year for 6th grade, and science. So make sure that your child has all 4 of those subjects on there. I have had a lot of questions if they can work on MobyMax or other Alex Math or things like that. They can for extra work, but they really need to be doing Edgenuity for their core classes, and that is what their grades will actually stem from. So guidelines and expectations. I expect them to sign in on Teams on time. It is really important that they're there on time, either the 7:45 meeting or the 8:05 meeting. That is what I take for attendance, and by 10 a.m. I have to have my morning attendance submitted to the attendance office. If they're marked absent or they did not sign into the meeting on time, Microsoft Teams doesn't register them in the printout. So then we have to go through and we have to make attendance adjustments. So it's vital that they're there on time. If they cannot, or you're having computer issues or something's not logging in correctly, just have them shoot me a message through that chat or email. Touch base with me, let me know what's going on, and I'll count them here for the day. If your child is absent, it is just like a normal absence. If you would please call the attendance office at 222-3073. Ask for the attendance office, and if they're going to be gone half a day for a doctor's appointment or they're going to be gone all day, if they are not going to be online working on Edgenuity, then they need to be called in like a regular absence. So we appreciate that. If you missed the Teams meeting, you still need to touch base with me somehow through Microsoft Teams. You'll be counted tardy, but you'll still be counted present for the day, which is really important. Make sure to do all of that before 10 a.m. The next guideline and expectation, like I stated earlier, there are 4 courses on Edgenuity. So once we get done with our morning meeting, log off and then begin logging into Edgenuity and getting busy on your coursework. Contact me if you need help with quizzes or tests, or if you need something unlocked, which I'll explain a little bit later. A big thing is if students are supposed to be taking notes as they're going through those lessons. Those notes they can use on the quizzes. When you slow down and you take notes and kind of pick out that vital information, it kind of sticks in their head a little bit better also. So we have kind of found if they take notes, it slows them down. It reduces the amount of retakes that they have to do and moves them through the program a little bit faster. So make sure you're taking notes, whether or not that's on the computer. There's an option on there to do that, or you can just write it down in an old-fashioned notebook. That's fine too. Their goal is to complete at least 10% a day to stay on target in order to finish the course on time. And I'll explain that here in just a little bit also. And in the afternoon, they need to touch base with me also. Whether it's through chat, through video, through phone call, they need to touch base with me in the afternoon. Let me know what their progress is, how they're doing before they sign off on the end of the day. And then also every Friday, there is a weekly PE log, and that PE log gets posted Friday morning. It's a really quick Google form that they fill out and then they submit it. So there's actually 4 things they have to remember every day. Sign on to Teams on time in the morning for attendance and announcements. Work on their Edgenuity, get 10% done every day. In the afternoon, touch base with me before they leave. And then on Fridays, make sure they do that weekly PE log. Okay, so quizzes and retakes. Edgenuity is set up where they have several lessons, videos, vocab lessons planned, and then there is a quiz, and then there is a unit review, then there is finally the unit test. So these quizzes can kind of, they kind of provide some challenges to kiddos if they don't take notes. That's why it's really important that they need to take notes. They have to pass the quizzes with a score of higher than 60%, or Edgenuity will not let you move ahead. So you automatically have 2 attempts to pass the quiz after you've completed your lesson. Now say I got a 60% on both of those. Now I can't move ahead. So now they would contact me. Make sure you contact me because I can't always see when everybody needs a retake. Make sure you contact me, say, hey, Mrs. Barker, could you please give me a retake? I will ask to see their notes. Once they show me their notes, they can take pictures, email them to me, send them through chat or video chat me and hold them up. Once I see their notes, I will reassign them to retakes. So then at this point, hopefully they pass it on the 3rd one. If not, they'll have 4 grades in there for the quizzes. If you do not pass after 4 attempts, you have to redo the lesson. Something wasn't quite sticking there, something wasn't quite clear. Call me if you need help explaining something differently. Once you redo that lesson, then I will issue 2 more retakes, and then we'll take the highest grade out of those 6 quiz grades, and that's what we will record, and we'll just pass you on so you don't get super behind. So hopefully you don't have to get up to that number 6, but if you do, we have a plan in place in case you're struggling just a little bit. Once you pass the unit quiz, it will have you once you pass the quiz, it will have you do a unit review. That is basically like a big study guide. So you have to pass the unit review with a 60% or better in order for me to unlock the test also. Every unit test has to be unlocked by a teacher, regardless of if you automatically pass it or not. And the unit tests are very time sensitive. So say that you pass the unit test, you have to get a hold of me and request me to unlock the unit test. But my suggestion is, because they're so time sensitive, don't ask for me to unlock it until you're ready to begin it with no interruptions. Because if you get up to use the bathroom, if you get up to go get a snack, and you come back, it will probably have locked you out, and I'll have to unlock it, which is not a big deal if that happens. It's just kind of a pain when you guys are working on it and you get shut out. Or even if I issue it and it's not opened within the next 15 minutes, it can close also. So do not ask me to unlock a unit test until you're ready to take it. That's my biggest suggestion. If you have 2 attempts at a unit test and you fail, then you have to redo the review. Once the review is done, you have 1 more attempt. If you do not pass it, then you'll have to redo the lessons, and then we will take the highest score out of those 4 to record and move you on. Daily completion. So ideally, we tell kids that they should complete 10% a day to stay what Edgenuity calls on target. So we have a daily percentage goal for each one of them. And it just increases from start date is at 10%, the next day is 20%, the third day is 30%. And it just builds 10% each day. So if they do 10% a day, that we know that will keep them on track as far as finishing the course on time. They're more than welcome to work ahead. If they get behind, they might have to do more than 10% to kind of get back up there on that on target level. But Edgenuity tells you on the homepage whether or not you're behind, on target, or ahead in each subject. And I will show you an example of that here in just a minute. Like I stated earlier, there's days you may need or want to do a little bit more because of a holiday or because of evening plans or something like that, and you're more than welcome to do that. To find the daily percentage goal at the end of the day, to find out if you've done that 10%, you're going to write down the percentage completed for each subject that Edgenuity tells you and add that together. So an example would actually look like this. And this is, this student in particular has 6 classes. You will only have 4. But if you notice, this student has world culture, geography, life science, math, language arts, PE, and math. So what you're going to do, you can see right here, this person is on target, and they are 30% complete in geography. They are 21% complete and on target in science. They're a little bit behind in math. They're only 23% behind in math in that red zone right there. And then in language arts, they're actually ahead. They are 61% complete. This is where they should be, and they're actually ahead. So they're in the green. So your goal is you want pretty much all your bars to be blue and green. If you have red, work on those, get those caught up until they stay on target. So here you have Edgenuity post your overall grades. And then if I wanted to calculate my daily goal for the day, I know that my daily goal is 200%, and I remind them every morning what their daily goal should be or where they should be at. So I know that my goal is 200% today. So I've worked all day. It's 2:10. I log off, or before I log off, I go back to my Edgenuity homepage and I start adding up my totals. So geography, I did 30% today. In science, I'm up to 21% today. In math, I'm at 23% after I've worked today. In language arts, I'm at 61% after I've worked today. In PE, I'm at 3%. And in math, I'm at 53% after I've worked today. So I'm going to add all those percentages up, and I get 191% complete for all of my subjects. That's how much I've completed on Edgenuity so far. Now I'm a little bit short of my goal, and that's because I'm behind in 2 subjects. So I'm a little bit short of my goal of 200. So I actually need to make up 9% somewhere. So I can stay on and work a little bit longer, or I can work a little bit extra tomorrow when I know the teacher is available, to get me caught back up and on target to where I need to be. So that is how you actually calculate your daily goal. And it's important to stay on track with that because it builds on the last day. So if you get behind one day, you really need to work to get back up to where you need to be on the next day. Weekly PE log. The weekly PE log every Friday, you will need to complete a log of what you've done that week for PE. And it's a really quick form through Google. And the link, I post the link every Friday morning to our team's assignment page. You can also find it on the channel page too. It notifies you that there's a new assignment. Make sure you pay attention to what week it is though. Click on that week, fill out the form, hit submit, and then that's all you need to do for PE. So you actually log every Friday what you've done for the whole week in PE. So some reminders. Work on Edgenuity only. Don't be hopping off on MobyMax. I know it's fun, but we want you on Edgenuity, all your courses, so that's how you get graded. Sign in to the morning meeting on time every day, either 7:45 or 8:05. If for some reason you couldn't make it due to technology issues or oversleeping, contact me before 10 a.m. through Microsoft Teams. My office hours are from 7:25 a.m. to 2:10 p.m. I am here until 3 o'clock, but sometimes I have PLC meetings or meetings that I make phone calls during that time. So I can't guarantee I can get to it before 2:10 to 3, but I am here every day from 7:45 to 2:10. And I tell the kids, if you get stuck on something or you have questions, don't hesitate to either video chat me or call me or hit me up on the chat, and I will help you guys with anything I can as far as unlocks. If it's after 2:10 p.m., I can't guarantee I'll see it and I'll get it unlocked before the next day. So what I tell them is if they can make sure before the end of the day, before they check in with me in that afternoon check-in, they need to make sure that they tell me if something needs unlocked or something, or if they need a retake, so I can get that done. So if they want to work on it in the evening, it's set and ready to go for them. The quickest way, again, to get in touch with me is through Microsoft Teams. I tell them, don't just sit inactive. If something is unlocked and I'm human. I might have seen the reminder and I might have totally been multitasking and forget to reset it. So don't sit inactive for very long. Reach out to me. Let me know what you need. If I haven't gotten back to you, bug me again. I don't mind at all. I tell them I don't mind at all hearing from them. So don't just sit inactive, especially for several days, because you'll get so far behind. It's going to be really hard to get caught up, and I don't want anybody under that stress. So always reach out to me. I will get back to you as soon as I can. Just stay working on something. I also want to tell you guys on a positive note, this remote learning thing is what I tell the kids is a new beast. Your patience is very appreciated. The kids have been absolutely awesome as far as waiting their turn, asking for retakes, showing me their notes, being positive. If they don't pass a quiz, they show persistence and they tackle it again and they pass it the next time. So I am incredibly proud of every one of them. They're working very hard. And I really want them to remember that they are still a part of this school and we are still here for them. So if I can help in any way, feel free to call me here at the school, 222-3073. My direct extension is 1414. Again, the quickest way to get a hold of me is going to be that chat on Microsoft Teams. Email me. If you need something right away, though, Teams is the way to go. So I'm happy to have the chance to talk to you guys. And if you have any questions, I am over here for you. Thank you very much. And I hope you have a great year. Bye.